Mini research. Conduct a mini research on students' performance in their third quarterly grade in mathematics. Apply the knowledge and skills you have learned in this lesson based on their grades and formulate meaningful decisions based on the result to resolve the identified problem or issue. But before that, let us define research. Research is a scientific investigation or study of something in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. For our research, we have here 6 parts. First, background of the study, statement of the problem, significance of the study, methodology, which has 4, research design, respondents, data gathering, statistical treatment. And part 5, conclusions and recommendation, and part 6 is the references. You may use this pattern for your mini research title. Assessment on the performance of Creighton and loyalty students in mathematics for the third quarter at Libho National High School during the academic year 2023-2024. In your case, you just have to change the section in the subject. For the background of the study, it must have 3 parts. First part is about the subject. Example, mathematics is an essential part of the school curriculum as it used in both daily life and the study of other subjects. It involves making predictions about the natural world, solving issues through logical reasoning and critical thinking. Second part, why is the subject important? Like, mathematics is crucial for creating new technologies and improving human understanding, since it has numerous applications in science, engineering, economics, and other sectors. Third part, give reasons why students struggle in learning the subject. For example, for some reason, mathematics is one of the unloved subjects. Many students have low grades and lack interest on the subject. Thus, the teacher needs to know who among the students are experiencing difficulties with and make intervention that will help them to overcome this. For your background of the study, you must have all 3 parts. First, about the subject. Second, why is the subject essential or important? Third, why do students struggle in learning the subject? For statement of the problem, you may also use this as a pattern. This mini research will help the researchers determine the performance of Creighton and loyalty students in mathematics for the third quarter at Libho National High School during the academic year 2023-2024. You're just going to change the section in the subject. For the significance of the study, you may also use this pattern. The research can be able to identify those students who need help and intervention on the subject. This will reveal if the students of Creighton and loyalty are struggling with the mathematics or not. So in this case, you're just going to change again the section and the subject. For research design, our mini research is quantitative. Documentary analysis and purposive sampling was used in conducting the mini research. Documentary analysis means you gather the data from the teacher's official records. So instead of using that, you're going to use survey and purposive sampling. Participants and respondents. Grade 10 loyalty students at Libho National High School for the academic year 2023-2024. So you're just going to change the academic year. For data gathering, the data were taken from the teacher's class record. So you did not do this. So instead of this, you may put the data were gathered through a survey. Next are the statistical treatment. So we're going to solve for the mean or average, percentile 80. So percentile 80 here is just an example. I need to see first your complete table so that I can tell you what percentile are you going to solve for. And for percentile rank, we're going to use percentile rank 80. Again, these are just example. In your case, you're going to solve for percentile rank 75. So here's our table. As you can see, there's the class interval, frequency, lower boundary, and less cumulative frequency. There is the XM, which is called class mark, or also known as the midpoint of the class interval. And FXM, which means frequency multiplied with the midpoint of the class interval. So here's our data. As what you can see, those are the grades of the students written on the left side of the given. Then let us now determine what would be our interval. So in that case, we need to solve for the range. To solve for the range, look for the highest data. Here is 91. Look for the lowest data, which is 75 in here. Then get their difference. So that would give us 91 minus 75 is equal to 16. And that is our range. Next is to find the number of classes that we are going to use in our table. Formula would be k is equal to 1 plus 3.322 log times n. To get the value of m, we must count the number of data that we have. So all in all, we have 42. Typing it on your calculator, we will have 1 plus 3.22 log times 42. Then it is equal to 6.39. Then we will round it up. Again, round up. So 6.39 is approximately equal to 7. Again, kahit pa 0.1 yan or 0.1 is still round up. So that is 7. Next, we have to look for the value of our interval. Interval is equal to range over k. Our range is equal to 16 and our k is equal to 7. 16 divided by 7 is equal to 2.28. Again, in this case, we have to round up. Again, round up. So 2.28 is approximately equal to 3. So our interval is 3. Going back to our table, our lower limit must start with the lowest data, which is 75. Then we add it with the interval, which is 3, so that we would know the next lower limit. So 75 plus 3, that is equal to 78. Next, 78 plus 3 equals 81. Then 81 plus 3 is equal to 84. Then 84 plus 3 equals 87. And 87 plus 3 is equal to 90. Let us now go with our upper limit. So to get our first upper limit, we have to subtract 1 from 78. 78 minus 1 is equal to 77. And from that, we're just going to add our interval, which is 3. 77 plus 3 equals 80. 80 plus 3 equals 83. 83 plus 3 equals 86. 86 plus 3 equals 89. And 89 plus 3 is equal to 92. And that would be our class interval. Then the frequency is just what we did last time. So we tally the given grades in our data. Determine how many got 75 to 77, 78 to 80, 81 to 83, and the likes. Until we got how many got a grade of 90 to 92. Lower boundary. So we subtract 0.5 from our lower limit. So 75 minus 0.5 is equal to 74.5. Then next, 78 minus 0.5 is 77.5. 81 minus 0.5, 80.5. 84 minus 0.5, 83.5. 87 minus 0.5, 86.5. 90 minus 0.5 is 89.5. For our less cumulative frequency, all we need to do is to add all the frequency from the bottom up to the top. So we just have to copy 12 from the bottom, then add 10. So that gives us 12 plus 10 is equal to 22. Then 22 plus 4 is equal to 26. Then 26 plus 5 is equal to 31. 31 plus 7 is equal to 38. 38 plus 4 is equal to 42. And that would be the value of our n. N is equal to 42. For our midpoint of the class interval, all we need to do is to add the lower limit and upper limit, then divide it by 2. So we do have here 75 plus 77 divided by 2, which is equal to 76. Next, 78 plus 80 divided by 2, which is equal to 79. Next, 81 plus 83 divided by 2 is equal to 82. Next, 84 plus 86 divided by 2 is equal to 85. Then 87 plus 89 divided by 2 is equal to 88. And 90 plus 92 divided by 2 is equal to 91. And that completes our midpoint of the class interval. So for fxm, we need to multiply our frequency with the midpoint of the class interval. So that is 12 times 76, which gives us 912. Then 10 times 79 is 790. And 4 times 82 is 328. And 5 times 85 is equal to 425. 7 times 88 is equal to 616. 4 times 91 is equal to 364. We need to get the summation of fxm so that we will know our mean or our average. We need to add up 364, 616, 425, 328, and 790, and 912, which gives us 3,435. To get the average or mean, we will have the formula mean is equal to summation of fxm all over n. Then mean is equal to 3,435 over n, which is equal to 42. So that's give us 81.79% or 82%. We need to round it off because we are talking about the grades. What does it mean? The class has an average grade of 82%, or simply, the class has an average grade of 82. So for percentile 80, we need first to find the class where percentile 80 belongs. So in that case, we use 80 over n over 100. So 8 times 42 over 10 is equal to 336 over 10, which is equal to 33.6. And 33.6 belong to this one, 87 to 89 class interval, or between the cumulative frequency of 32 to 38. So we will use lower boundary of 86.5 and less cumulative frequency of 31. Using the given that we got from our table, we're going to substitute those given to our formula. So n is equal to 42, interval is equal to 3, lower boundary 86.5, frequency is equal to 7, less cumulative frequency is equal to 31. So substitute it to our formula, gives us 80 times 42 over 100 minus 31. Then it is equal to 33.6 minus 31 over 7 times 3. That's give us 2.6 over 7 times 3. 2.6 divided by 7 is equal to 0.37. And 0.37 times 3 is equal to 1.11. 86.5 plus 1.11 is equal to 87.61. So that means percentile 80 is equal to 87.61 or 88. So we round it off because we are talking about grades. So, what does it mean? So, percentile 80, it has 80% of the student get a grade of which is less than or equal to 88. And 20% of the students get a grade which is greater than or equal to 88. So, let us now proceed with percentile rank. So, we are asked, find how many students got a grade lower than 80. Going back to our table, so we are asked again to find how many students get a grade lower than or below than 80. Thus, we are going to get the percentile rank of 79, which is between the 78 to 80 class interval. Again, in percentile rank, we base it in the class interval, not in the cumulative frequency. So 79 is in between 7 to 80 class interval. So we're going to use frequency of 10, lower boundary of 77.5, and less cumulative frequency below, which is 12. Using those given, we're going to substitute it in our formula. So we do have here percentile is equal to 100 over n times the quantity of p minus lower boundary times frequency over all over interval plus cumulative frequency. So substituting those given to our formula, we do have this one, 100 over 42, 79 minus 77.5 times 10 all over 3 plus 12. So 100 over 42 is that is 2.38. And 79 minus 77.5, 1.5 times 10 all over 3 plus 12. So 1.5 times 10, that is 15 over 3. Then 15 over 3 is equal to 5. So 2.38 plus times the quantity of 5 plus 12, which is 17. So 2.38 times 17, that is equal to 40.46%. Remember that in percentile rank, the answer would be in percentage. So that means 40.46% or 17 of the students. How do we get the 17? By converting the percentage into decimal. So that gives us 0.4046 times 42, which is 16.99. That gives us 17. Which means 40.46% or 17 of the student get a grade less than or equal to 79. And of course, 59.54%, where did we get that? So that is 100% subtracted by 40.46, which the percentage that we used earlier. So that gives us 59.54%. That is 59.54% or 25 of the students. Where did we get 25? So that is changing percentage into decimal gives us 0.59.56 times 42, which is 25. Rounding it off, that gives us 25. So that is 59.54% or 25 of the students get a grade greater than or equal to 79. For results and findings or evaluation, you just need to write in here the findings or the interpretations that you have in the early part of the mini research. So we do have here the average. The class has an average of 82%. Then the percentile, 80% of the grade and loyalty students get a grade of which is equal or less than 88, 20%. Then the percentile rank, which is 40.46 and 59.54. So we're going to write it all in here, results and findings. And based on your findings, you are going to draw conclusions and recommendations. The findings, they have an average of 82 as their grade, and that is high. So therefore, we concluded that based on the results, the grade and loyalty students get a high mastery level of performance for the third quarter in mathematics. There are only few students who will be given intervention. Then draw as well your recommendation. Since there are students who are below average, and the recommendation would be the math teacher of grade and loyalty must prepare intervention materials or enrichment activities for that 40.4617 of the class whose grade is 75 to 79, which are considered to be fairly satisfactory.